Zantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to more Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. This is our final day of Island Mode. Curb, are you excited?
Well, technically, there's 5 days of Island Mode, because it's day 45
Curb,
up there.
I will stab
Those
you.
are last 5 days.
I'd
like to see you try.
And then I will throw you in the ocean tied to Teru Teru.
Yikes. A, I'd like to see you try. B, I could probably beat him up
you
anyway.
won't see me try because I'll have Nekomaru knock you unconscious first.
I believe Nekomaru would much more be on my side than yours.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I challenged that.
Okay.
I absolutely
Let's
challenged
ask him.
that.
Hey, Nekomaru, whose side would you rather be on? Yours! Cool, look at that.
That's bullshit!
I don't think that's true at all.
Curb's much better team player!
Oh, that's some bullshit right there. That's
Oh,
some
nice
major
try.
bullshit.
That is, yeah, nice try with that. Nope.
Who's the one who's the ultimate counselor here? Me or you?
Oh, absolutely me.
No, it's me,
You
bitch.
didn't like the fact it. Nice try.
Dude, listen,
I'm also
you
the
can
ultimate
have a
assistant.
calling, but not you failed as the ultimate assistant.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Final case, first game.
So one failure out
Yes.
of everything. People
Means
are
you
gonna
failed.
fail.
Yes.
One failure.
Yes.
Amongst all the other
Listen,
successes. that
nobody
I've had.
cares about a person's success in life. All they care about is their failures. Do you ever see people going like on the news like they don't say like, oh yeah, this person did really good today. No, they say this person sucked today. You know it's true.
Yeah, that's why we go and tell other people like, yeah, Zandok just sucked today. Like every day.
Except that I don't.
Each their own. We are starting this episode off in like the most petty way too. God
Don't
damn
we
it.
always?
Everyone, we're fine. We're actually friends.
No, we're not. Anywho.
Excuse me.
What? What?
Mhm.
Anyway, we got some cleaning to do, so we're just putting 3 people on that because that's our usual. And then everybody else is going to the fucking ruins to get the last 12 pieces of art. I don't give a fuck if they're yellow, red, charged up. They are going to the beach or the ruins, rather. I mean, 'cause
Watch
I
you,
am
like-
not taking any fucking chances.
Fair enough. Watch you completely
Get only 11.
or like knock out all the people that we still have to do our last events with.
Then I'll just reload and nobody will know. Come on, there it is. It stayed on 6 for so long. It's like, don't you fucking do this to me. Don't. We got 40 bananas. Why?
We need all the
Alright,
bananas.
well, we can confirm we're going to be able to finish the last thing now. Awesome.
Yeah, just maybe.
So, we have 6 people left to talk to. We're finishing at the last report cards today. And, well, I know the order. Curb doesn't really know the order. He has an idea of the order, but he doesn't know who's first.
Right, that's very
It's
true.
Mikon.
It's Mikon. Oh, it's Mikon.
Yep, we're starting off with Mikon.
What's gonna happen to us now? I am extremely worried, but I never thought it'd be so calming to have someone next to me.
Oh dear. That again. I spent time today relaxing at the park with Mikon, and then I thought to myself, what kind of gift could I give her? American clackers, maybe? It's never the American clackers, and I'm very
Never the
sad
American
about that.
clackers.
It's just so funny. She gets. Does she do the bindings?
No, no, it's close. It's the other one.
She wants the regular bandage wrap.
Right. The binding's a more Nekomaru thing.
I cannot remember because it could be used for that too.
I'm pretty surprised that you have something like this.
How?
But for some reason, I feel a little closer to you.
Her silence seems different than usual. She looks like she's staring into space. Hey, Mikan, is something wrong?
Hajime! When did you...
Did you forget I just gave you bandage wraps? I've been talking to you for a while now, you know.
Really?
Yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry for saying something so rude.
Is that the first time she has appropriately asked for it or said sorry to something, not to something stupid?
But did she say something rude?
Well, not for something rude. Well, I mean, kind of.
She's like, oh, yeah. She was
Like,
rude
what
because she doesn't recognize
What are you doing
us.
here?
But...
It's like, we've been talking for the last 30 minutes. What do you mean, what am I doing here? I mean, that's a little rude.
It is a little weird, you're right.
You're mad, right? You normally get mad right now, right?
I mean, slightly irritated, but not mad. You want me to get mad, though? Because... No, I mean, there's no way I get mad about something like this. It's kind of kind of petty, really.
Is that normal?
If it's not, it fucking should be.
Why?
I don't know how to answer that.
Why isn't anyone pouring water on me or throwing mud at me?
That's because we kept Kyoko on the other side of the island.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Oh, does everyone hate me or something?
Wait, you want people to throw things at you?
Is that why everyone isn't doing anything to me?
Oh, fucking Christ.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. It's like
Therapy?
an interesting... Yes,
Yeah.
one, yes, therapy. But two, it was kind of an interesting thing where, like, for some people, they consider, like, hate is the opposite of love. But in some... there's the argument made the opposite of love is ignorance. Because, like, with hate, you're at least still putting effort into other people and, like, emotions into it.
I mean,
So
that's
it's that
fair.
kind of thing. She's like,
it can
I'm
warp
nothing
somebody's
because no one's doing...
perspective.
What?
And it can warp people's perspective, too.
Absolutely. It's very much like no one's doing anything to me, so I'm really worth nothing.
Mhm.
It's like almost kind of like at least the others, like some sort of, in her twisted mind, it could definitely be that.
Yeah. It's like, yes, they do terrible things to me, but at least they acknowledge that I exist.
Exactly. It's also very much like I'm still talking to you and not doing any of those things.
Yeah. I mean, oh shoot, I think I missed a dialogue. Oh, you're still talking like that. I mean, it's not like that. Everyone isn't doing anything to you because they don't hate you. That's really just Hiyoko.
What? Doesn't that mean that they actually don't care whether I exist or not? I can't go any higher.
Now, I can't speak for everyone, but I don't think that's generally the case with the people here on this island right now. Now, some random guy in Russia or, you know, wherever else, they probably don't care whether it exists or not. They never met you. But I'm pretty sure everybody here on the island at least acknowledges your existence. Oh no.
Nobody cares about me.
Maybe what scares Mikan the most isn't violence or being hated. Maybe it's when nobody is interested in her at all.
Boom.
I see. So that's why Mikan has been trying to avoid that, no matter what. I can't believe I finally realized that. What is wrong with me? Hey, Mikan, listen. Of course everyone but Hiyoko cares about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're uniquely you. Stop looking at people's faces all the time and try looking at yourself more. Take a step back and pay more attention to your surroundings and to yourself. Because you're just like everyone else. You're our friend. Toko? Is that you?
Me and everyone
except Hiyoko.
Is that even possible?
That's what I believe. You don't believe me? You know, it's really it's really rude that you don't believe me.
I'm sorry.
So you believe me?
Yes. No. Of course I do.
That's what I fucking thought.
Thank you very much. I want to believe in you. Because you are the person who has forgiven me.
Oh no.
Oh, it's that stuff.
Oh no. Oh no. That's dangerous considering the last person who did that.
Right.
Oh dear. I know it's difficult to change all at once, but I really want her to change little by little. That's what I felt when I looked at Mikan's smile. I can feel a strong bond between Mikan and myself. If possible, I want to watch over her just a little longer, even after we leave this island. Oh god, what are you doing? Put your pants back on.
Yeah.
Because it's not Mikan's fault at all. I thought that was going to be the last line, but damn it. Hello, nurse. Oh yeah, I guess what else could it have been called?
Mm-hmm.
Silent massage. Okay. There it is. Mikan, please, put them back on.
God, no.
This is not the first time she's offered either.
I know, right? It's almost worse coming from her.
After an enjoyable conversation with Mikan, I went back to my room and cried. Life is rough as the ultimate counselor. Life is also rough when you have to voice Nekomaru. I didn't even make you do it, and you still
The
talk.
thought of it
What
did
the
it. I was
hell?
like, oh dear. I was about to. My throat's like, no, don't do it.
Alright, let's check the bags. Do we got it? Yeah, let's do it. 40 AI chips. I wish you could do, like, make more than one at a time. Like,
Right.
Christ. It takes so much click.
Like, can we make a beat out of this? That's what I was thinking.
I mean, theoretically. Tin drop alloys, and then 30 bags.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Bam. Very cool.
Now that said, we still have to do some more of this because the game's not over.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan, since I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to be doing some extra runs of this to get all the heart
hearts.
events for
Mhm.
achievements and stuff, I'm gonna focus on getting some collecting spirits built up if I can. So
Mm-hmm.
we need right now shiny stones, Java crystals, and Java pearls. Those can be
Mhm.
found at the beach, castle, and coast. So let's get that figured out. First of all, we need a cleaning crew.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning crew.
And then I
Nagito again.
said- No, I already have 3.
Oh, I missed
Yeah.
it. My B.
And then I said beach, castle, and coast. So red people are going to go to the coast. Yellow people are going to go to the beach. Fucking Nekomaru.
I know. It makes me so happy. And for him, it's accurate because he's all lightning anyway.
Mm-hmm. Didn't get any Java pearls, but we did get a few shiny stones.
Yay, I leveled up.
Ah, you did. Alright, now let's see what her little ability gave us. Something about a massage? Wait, where the... There she is. For some reason, I always have a hard time finding her.
Right.
Focus gauge recovers at a faster rate. Okay, well, that's
Ooh.
simple enough. And for our next one... we are going to be doing... Yoko.
Mm-hmm.
I figured, Mikana and Hiyoko, back to back. Sure, why not?
Huh?
No, you didn't hear anything. You heard nothing. You heard nothing.
Nothing.
Instead, we helped her carry snacks, and then I pilfered a few. Wait, she doesn't like yellow gummies, so that means I can have them. Okay, we're gonna give her... Doesn't she like the fan? Oh, we're out. Fuck.
Cloth backpack.
Yeah, that's what I was like, wait, it's something else over here.
Hey!
Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey!
New dialogue, please. Oh, not happy. She looks like she's in a bad mood for some reason. That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been stewing over it for a while. They seriously piss me off. Right? Who are you talking about?
You.
Who cares? You gotta agree with me first. Aren't you on my side?
Yuck.
No? So mean. You're totally gawking at that bitch while I'm this pissed off. Hold on a second. Calm down. I don't know who you're talking about. You should think about it on your own. What? I have no idea what's going on anymore. But I can't just stay silent about this. What, are you pissed off because I finished Mikan's report card first?
Oh my god.
Probably is it.
Imagine if you unlocked something like that. Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
Who is that bitch? Oh dear.
I could see it being Chiaki because we both know Hajime has a thing for Chiaki.
Mm-hmm.
Sonya has the whole princess thing going on, and I could see Hiyoko being jealous of that hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
And then Akane is just kind of, how do I put this? Not soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm. And I could also see it, like, of the three, Akane is probably the one that's, like, the lowest down the totem pole. Oh, no, well, also, according to Hiyoko, the lowest, because she tried to manipulate Akane in the game. So, I could see it, like, if we're giving Akane time, she's like, you're with that trash and not me, by her standards, obviously.
Oh, I think she'd call any of them trash.
Akane the most, though, because she's the one who's, like, calling her, like, flat out being like, oh, she's like a fool, and you just give her a little bit of leeway, and they're just so happy to do anything or whatever.
I mean, that's not inaccurate.
Right?
Akane
Didn't she say
doesn't
something
have
like
the
that?
biggest
She's like,
brains.
she said something like she was explaining to Akane that the flowers had good protein or something, and convinced Akane to eat flowers or something. I remember that in her free time.
I remember something vague about that. But
That's why I'm here. So,
I thought maybe it's jealousy.
I thought it was too.
Are you talking about Chiaki? I believe Chiaki is the most dangerous, sneakiest one here. But I'm not talking about her right now. She's too obvious.
Too obvious? Oh my god.
Okay. Ah, is it Sonya?
I'm gonna hurt you, Hiyoko.
Uh-oh. That's right. That bitch is getting totally carried away, right? Really? I think she's been acting like this the whole time.
But what did she do?
I don't care if she's a princess or a foreigner. She gets away with it because you all pimp her like crazy. Especially that idiot, Kazuichi. He's obviously an annoying, pathetic virgin. I mean, she's
Well, that
right.
part is more... That's
He
more
is
against...
so annoying, pathetic, and he's an idiot. I can't confirm the last part, but he's definitely the other three.
Oh, totally. But it's like, I'm sorry. None of that about Kazuichi is Sonya's fault.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Maybe I should punish him first as a lesson to the rest of you.
Oh my god.
Jun?
I mean...
Is that you?
Yes, for punishing, but... Say that again?
Junko, is that you?
Oh my god.
Punishment time? I mean...
Mm-hmm.
She just casually made a dangerous threat.
Yay!
Come on, Hajime. Let's go beat him up right now. What? Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Man up for this. Then how about we gang up on Sonia?
Even more so, no.
Boring.
What? How boring. Fine. I guess you like that stupid pig more than me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not giving yourself a good argument.
Really not, yeah.
That's why you're so cold toward me. Oh, come on. Don't cry. It's not like it works. I'm not trying to side with anyone. You're not on my side? Seriously, grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you even hate Sonia? Are you sure you're not just jealous of her?
What the?
What? Of course not. Then just leave her alone.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was gonna voice the rest of the line.
I thought so too.
She seriously pisses me off. If you're on my side, then I definitely don't want to leave her alone. What is with her whining? Is she really in high school? Fine. I guess I'm on your side, but only because it's physically on this side of the island.
But I'm also on Sonia's side.
Because she's also physically on this side of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously though, just forget about Sonia. That doesn't mean I'm taking her side, alright? I'm totally, absolutely, sure, fucking, definitely siding with you.
Whatever you say.
Happy now? Really?
No.
No. You're so easy. I can't believe my fake crying tricked you again. Alright, you're off the hook. I'm tying her to Terra and throwing them in the ocean now.
I know, right?
She really shouldn't say that with tears in her eyes.
You're really kind-hearted. Well, in your case, I guess that's a good thing.
Kind of came out of nowhere.
I know.
I don't even care anymore. If that's the case... Oh, okay. If that's the case, let's throw stones at someone. Monami? I'm okay to throw stones at Monami. But nobody else.
Well, there's no Monami in this mode, though.
But these free times they said are taken from the main game. And
I know, I know,
more.
I know.
So you shut your whore mouth.
My what mouth?
When she's not being an unbearable brat, she can be pretty adorable. But I guess that strength has been supporting Hiyoko this whole time. Since I understand that now, maybe that means a bond has formed between Hiyoko and myself. So I'll protect her. But if I say that to her, she'll definitely treat me like a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what are you doing? It's Lolita complicated. Okay? Pivot turn.
Dancing one. No! The one we wanted the least.
It's worse because she looks 12.
I know!
It's worse! After engaging in a pointless argument for a bit, I returned to my cottage.
Another one?
Yeah.
Oh, joy. No!
Fuck you!
Let me have my announcements. You only have
Amazing.
so much time left with me.
No.
Oh! I'm your teacher!
Don't care. Hey look, we have no shiny stones and I can focus on the crystals and the pearls, so it's gonna be castle and coast. And of course we're gonna have a few people, maybe just one person clean today.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense for me, Con.
I agree, yeah.
I said castle and coast. So yellows to the castle. Red to the coast.
Hmm.
Looking for them pearls and them crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look.
Pearl drop a crystal.
We were guaranteed to get a few. That's nice.
Nice.
Hoping for more. But,
Mhm.
I mean, what can you do? Gotta level up for Peko. Feels like level ups are easier to get in this one. Only they were as
Interesting.
easy in the first game. Okay, so 2 done, 4 to go. Who? Hello.
Oh,
It's time.
Wait, is it?
It's time.
Oh.
And he just fucks off.
Good.
It wants to give you something. Despair.
Yeah. Despair.
The tranquility skill in a memory notebook.
That's the Kyoko notebook.
Well then.
Gotta raise them all.
You do indeed.
Ah.
Alright, and I don't know how to see those skills. Because I don't think they're in here. Yeah, so I guess I can only see those skills by looking at the trials. But oh well, okay, I guess I can stop fucking around with the running now. There's no reason to do that anymore. Next person is Ibuki!
Yay.
I forgot to look at Kyoko's skill. Oh well, who cares?
Hello!
You look bored, Hajime. Wanna drink some tea with Ibuki?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, I've successfully picked up a boy.
Put me down.
Now then, it's my treat, so go ahead. Don't hold back.
Put me down!
Let me bite ya.
No! I spent time today at the restaurant eating desserts and drinking tea with Ibuki while she kept trying to bite my hand.
I ate dessert, she ate me.
No! We grew closer because she kept biting my finger. Alright, what are you getting? We're gonna give you... We want to give you... What do we want to give you?
Did we give... I don't think we ever actually gave her the actual fork thingy.
The fork thingy?
The tuning fork.
Okay, sure.
Good job!
Why does Hajime know what Ibuki wants?
Meow!
Please, this is bad. I might end up falling in love with you.
So,
Oh, sorry.
what are we doing today?
Before we get to that, do you remember anything, Hajime?
I remember lots of things, but not my ultimate talent. Anything?
Yes!
You know, about your talent and stuff. Since you've been hanging out with Ibuki for so long, you should have remembered something by now.
Don't tell me all that stuff we did was just to help me remember.
Wrong! Ibuki just wanted to play with Hajime. But Ibuki Miura, the goddess of music, thought you might remember something if I stimulated your senses.
This is going nowhere.
I guess. But Ibuki guesses Hajime was too dull for it to work.
It's not wrong. Hajime, outside of what happens, is dull. Dull? But still, I never expected that Ibuki was actually thinking about me the whole time.
Aww.
I didn't even notice. I feel a little ashamed.
Hey, hey!
Well, it's fine as long as you don't worry about it. I mean, the Hajime I know is the same person you've been from the start.
What do you mean?
It's pretty embarrassing, so I don't really want you to make me say it, but... It actually doesn't matter at all whether or not you remember. Because Hajime is already standing right here. I feel like you're someone who's willing to go far away to search for yourself.
I see, I see.
But your true self doesn't actually exist anywhere.
Because you erased it!
Ibuki herself did the erasing?
No, because...
What? The person standing here right now is who Hajime is. The person who's changing every day. That's you. This one seems like such a good enough line. I thought it was gonna be the voiced one. I believe finding yourself means accepting that you're someone who is constantly changing. Even when you're worrying about things, you're still you. Just kidding. Ibuki was trying to say things she wouldn't normally say.
I was gonna go into this whole big thing about, wow, Ibuki's doing a whole turnaround here, and it just like, damn, they're putting a lot more into her character right now. It's just like, nah, it's a joke. It's like, motherfuckers.
I think it's still
Listen.
genuine.
It's genuine in the fact that she has to say she's kidding because now she's starting to feel self-conscious about what she just said. And it doesn't fit her image.
Why, you?
After all, this is the very last event.
Ibuki, when did you learn how to break the fourth wall?
I've always known. Reaches through the screen and pokes.
Now I know how Gundam feels! Ibuki, thanks.
Poking.
No problemo!
There's no need to thank Ibuki. Because Ibuki was able to remember something she hasn't felt for a long time after playing with Hajime. The importance of giving your all when expressing yourself.
You're always doing that.
But to expand on that, the important part is to do it together with someone. Someday, I want to play music with someone who trusts me as much as I trust them. That's always been Ibuki's dream. I think believing that dreams come true, as long as you believe, is the first step towards fulfilling your dreams.
That's a little complicated.
It's easy peasy. All you gotta do is believe.
So, no matter what happens from this point forward, never ever give up. It's a promise.
Ibuki said that with a seriousness that I've never seen her display to anyone else. It's kind of surprising that I'm actually learning from her, but her words took root inside my heart. I won't give up. I'll definitely leave this island with some of you.
Hajime, you're making a very nice face. Now today's training is stealing Akane's snacks and kicking Nekamaru in the butt.
This feels extremely dangerous, but I'm in.
Right? AKA picking a fierce fight with two raging demons.
I feel like Nekamaru wouldn't care that much. He'd just be like, oh, it's just Ibuki. Okay. Akane, however, it's a bad idea.
That's a real bad idea.
Are you seriously going to do that?
Of course!
Yahoo!
Now then, let's get on with it!
I frantically ran after Ibuki because I had no idea what she was going to do. But I no longer feel like she's dragging me about like she used to. I feel a strong bond between Ibuki and myself. Wait, what's this on the beach? Ah, god damn it, not again! But we got shred guitar and dynamic
Nice.
duet.
See, that one just looks like it's a bandana. We can just imagine she just gave us a bandana from her band days or something.
Sure.
Yeah!
Sure. I somehow narrowly avoided death. I made
Yes.
it back to my room. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because Akane focused on Ibuki and Nekamaru was just like, fucking what?
A taste of food revives me.
Here's your snacks back. Please don't cry and kill us.
Mm-hmm.
She glared at me.
She glared.
Okay, let's see. We don't have enough. We just need to focus on Java pearls. But those
Okay.
are at the coast, so we may not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we can do, though. Oh, wow, we have a lot of people in red. We need to have these two clean. That'll be good. Everybody else
Yeah.
to the coast!
Mm-hmm.
I don't even check and see how many pearls we need. But we need some X amount of pearls. That might be enough.
Probably, yeah.
Then we can make our very first collecting spirit.
Nice. Does that raise it for everyone?
No, I have to pick a person.
Oh.
Yeah. My strategy when I was doing the first game was I picked 2 people, one from the guys, one from the girls, and I was focused on building them up. And then once they were both at level 9, then I picked another group. And I started with like whoever was already at the highest, because I'm assuming that they have experience levels, and you know it takes more to get to a higher level. So that's why I picked like if somebody's at level 6, I started with them already.
Fair enough. Okay.
So we need to check Hyoko's ability. Erases all dummy panels. Huh.
So there's no.
Okay.
So all the panels are correct ones in a closing argument. Okay.
I kind of like that one. That's kind of nice.
Interesting.
Which is saying something because I thought most of them were meh, whatever. But that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ibuki increases acceleration speed. Oh my god.
Oh no, super speeds.
Yes. And you've already seen my bullshit.
I have seen your bullshit.
It would get so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Next up. It's finally time.
It's Nagito time.
It's Nagito time.
Mm-hmm.
I saved these last 3 very specifically.
Oh god. Oh my god, I forgot what the other one is, because I know one of them. Oh no.
You must be. Ooh, wow. Ooh,
whoa.
What was? Ooh, wow. We're just gonna wait until I give him a present, because
That sounded like Nagito had too many potatoes.
it sounded like I had something in me, and I was like, let's not.
Was it despair?
It might have been.
Might have been despair.
Where is the fucking? There it is. Hope's Oh.
Oh no.
Fuck. What's his
Well-
other love?
Isn't it Mukuro's knife? I'm pretty sure.
You told me it was a like at one point. I thought.
It was the hardtack of hope. That was the one that we kept doing, and I'm like, oh, that's actually a like. That it was that one. The other ones are the memory notebook that we just got in Mukuro's knife.
He's not worthy of Kyoko's notebook.
Fair enough.
Great. Hey.
Hajime, why are you?
Well,
No, the reason doesn't matter. I just want to feel grateful for this good luck. I want to be thankful that there's someone who's interested in trash like me. Listen, Ace is better than you. I fucking said it.
Whoa.
I fucking said it.
I wasn't expecting that.
The reason I'm here is because I wanted to hear the rest of what you were going to say earlier.
yep.
I don't mind. It's no big deal anyway. Like I said before, my parents are dead. Since I had no other relatives, it took direct action against me. And what does it mean? I'm sure it's different from Nekomaru's it.
Well,
My diagnosis. Stage 3 malignant lymphoma, and to top it off, it's accompanied by frontotemporal dementia. This makes so much sense. Everything is just like making sense now. He doesn't remember, he's a fucking lunatic. What?
this is troubling.
Even now, my brain is deteriorated bit by bit while I'm speaking to you. You're kidding me, right?
Jeez.
My life expectancy is between half a year to a year. Alright, that's gonna be bullshit because we know that they already spent like 2 years plus of memories erased. So no, this is bullshit. Alright now, after I was diagnosed, I was accepted at the Host Week Academy. I believe that balanced things out, but now these killings are occurring, you know? As soon as my life entered the final round, it quickly became a roller coaster ride. But it's going to be alright. No matter the bad luck that happens, good luck always lies just beyond it.
I...
The reason I'm alive because I always believe there's hope, no matter what. Do you understand me now, Hajime? No. No matter what his reasons were, I couldn't forgive all the things Nagito had done. That's what I'd been believing. But still.
Hajime.
You're not gonna finish the... Stop saying part of the line, not the whole line.
I know.
You and I are a lot alike.
Actually,
That's why you understand my feelings. I felt that from the start. I don't feel the unique aura that exists in those who have talent from you. I only detect the scent of a miserable bystander. Just like me. That may be so, but I'm not miserable. I'm different from you.
perhaps.
It seems there's no one who's willing to inherit my soul. I have no parents, no siblings, no relatives, not even friends or acquaintances. Because of my self-righteous thoughts, everyone distanced themselves from me. I was fine with that while I was still healthy, but it's quite lonely to die alone. Now that I'm on the verge of death, I finally realized what I wanted all along. Somebody's love. You... I read a book about something like that the other day. Motherfucker. It was right of me to cite a book written for the masses. Thanks to that, I was able to gain your empathy. Yes, I'm satisfied now. You were lying just now? No, wait, hold on. Everything you've said up to this point, all of it was all lies.
Right?
Have you finally decided to kill me? If you want, I'll prepare the perfect crime. Then you can kill me, and you'll be saved. Let's commit the crime together, so despair can become the foundation of hope. You can do it. I believe in you. After all, you tolerated someone like me this entire time. I'm sure a bright hope is sleeping inside you too. Nagito, just tell me one thing, and be honest. If you didn't have your ultimate luck, what would you be doing instead?
You're right.
Well, I guess I'll probably be living a peaceful life. A boring, normal life with no hope and no despair. I see. That's all. Goodbye. I turned my back to him, and as I walked away, I could hear Nagito's voice in the distance.
Please, don't forget. From the bottom of my heart, I am truly in love with the hope that sleeps inside you.
That's weird.
That's real
That's
bad.
fucking weird. In the end, everything Nagito said, I don't know what was true and what was lies. But even so, there might have been a definite truth hidden somewhere in his words. If there wasn't, there's no way I could feel this mysterious bond between Nagito and me. If he does obtain the hope he wants, what is he going to do? Strangely enough, I feel like I want to see that. But you know what I don't want to see? You know.
Him
Hope
ever
Springs-
again.
Hope Springs Eternal, and we got Trance. Yeah, that's just shorts. I can pretend that those are just shorts.
Yep.
Okay, this is excellent. I left the area, deep in thought. Oh no! We don't have any more chances to build, so I don't think I'm gonna get to
That's
use
right.
the collector spirit. Fuck. Unless I can wait. Can I? Oh, I knew it. Oh, but I can't
Nice.
use it now. I built it, but I don't think I can use it.
Yay!
Damn it.
You did very well. Here are some tickets.
4 trip tickets.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing how you made this! I'll give you this as a reward, too!
Nice.
515?
No, we already had some of that.
Oh,
It
okay.
was- I think it was like 200. Or because we got 300 from Monokuma, I think.
Maybe. Monokuma dropped this when I beat him. I wonder if you can use it for something?
Ta-da!
I don't want it anyway, so here you go!
Everyone!
Oh, the coins.
Yeah.
Today is your day off! Okay, dismissed!
Alright. Let's see what trance is. I think that was one from the first game as well. Sounds familiar.
Yep. I don't know if it's the exact same ability, though.
Even low combos will increase the tempo.
Hmm.
But I don't like when the tempo increases. That makes it harder for me. Hello, Byakuya. Ultimate prick.
Oh boy, this is my last one.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Small meal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him a present.
Oh, let me reconfirm which ones are his again.
He wants sweet bun bag.
No, it's not. Wait,
Oh.
what?
I
Oh,
thought
give
it
me a
was.
second. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You were looking at the wrong person, weren't you?
I was. I clicked Byakuya. It was Byakuya DR1's list. I was like, what? But you're absolutely right. The sweet bun bag is correct. Sorry about that. Sorry about my confusion. I was like,
Wow.
wait. You could
did you
understand the
say?
confusion. Well, did you obtain this?
The fucking, the Wendy's on the other island. It's right over. You can see it.
There's been other islands.
Yes, we've talked about this.
You held this information from the Togami Corporation. This masterpiece couldn't even be found by the collective effort of my Togami Corporation. I'll be keeping this.
I brought it for you,
I'll be keeping it.
but
Not up for debate.
you know what? Fuck it, Byakuya. I've been wondering about this for a while now. What you said earlier. What the fuck did you mean? That whole bit about the real you.
Hajime, what do you think of me?
You're confusing. You act like a real prick, but then cause Byakuya, but then you're just like, I'm gonna protect everybody, which is not Byakuya.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words,
Do you like me?
Is this like a like or a like? Because, I mean, what are you talking about?
what?
I'm just asking if you like me or hate me. It's a simple yes or no question.
Well, I don't hate you. Kind of neutral to you, in all honesty.
tolerate.
Yeah. But I don't know how to answer that when you spring it on me so suddenly. Byakuya looks serious. It's as if he's being backed into a corner. It almost feels like he won't forgive me unless I say something. But that doesn't mean I should just tell him the truth.
What?
What do I need to say to make Byakuya understand? I can't say. It's not like I can answer that so
Come
suddenly.
on.
It's a simple question, isn't it? Do you like me or not? That's it.
Oh, God, well, I guess there's really only one answer.
Sure. He's
Fuck
like the
it.
kid in freaking grade school that passes the note back. Do you like me? Check yes or check no.
Except we both know that check mark for like means like.
I know. Actually, no. He sends it like, do you like me? Yes or no. And there's only one checkbox saying yes.
There's two check marks, or there's yes and hell yes.
I'm like, hell yeah. Okay.
If I had to choose between liking you and hating you, then, well, I don't hate you.
That's
exactly my thought process.
Yes.
I definitely consider you a friend, and there's no way I could ever imitate your leadership. The truth is, I think you're amazing.
I see.
Byakuya seems a little relieved. But what's with him? I feel like he's not his usual self.
Such a hesitant, no, a kind answer. As expected of you. But that's how you feel about Byakuya Togami, right?
Yes.
What if I wasn't a Togami? What if I never had my birthright, my name, or my ability?
You'd probably be less of a prick.
What if I was more handsome and more disagreeable?
If you
What?
get more disagreeable, man, that's an issue.
Would you still feel the same way that you do right now?
I mean, thinking about it, it's kind of a bullshit question considering if you were more disagreeable, then you wouldn't be the person I'm talking to right now. You'd be somebody else.
If I was hotter and I was also more of a dick, would you still feel the same way?
No.
Ah!
I don't know about that, but I feel like Byakuya's speaking differently than usual. What does this mean?
In other words,
The exterior is very important. From a person's name and appearance, an impression is already being formed. Let me tell you an interesting story about a certain man.
listen,
This man was born with nothing. No name, no birth certificate, no family. He had nothing. He was nothing. Okay, sorry. Absolutely nothing at all. Do you understand?
Seems like a pretty simple concept, sure.
His existence was completely invisible. He was a person whose life had no meaning whatsoever. The only thing he had was the desire to live a normal life. So what did he have to do in order to live? What did he have to do to have his existence acknowledged? To receive that affirmation?
Murder somebody and wear their skin like a fursuit?
Leatherface, hi there. There was only one way. His only option was to become someone else. He had to lie to everyone. He had to lie to the entire world.
Is he talking about himself? I mean, if he is, then the person in front of me isn't the real Byakuya Togami? Plot twist! No, even if he's telling the truth, it's not like I know the real Byakuya Togami. All I know is, Byakuya, I don't know how you're going to take this, but the only Byakuya Togami I know is the person standing right in front of me.
what did you say?
Hajime, you...
Thank you. I've always wanted someone to say that to me.
I see. So, I'm really here. I'm really here.
Listen,
If by chance everything that's happening here is resolved safely,
Oh, there's no chance.
not for you, there's something I would like to tell you. I no longer want to lie anymore. Not to anyone, not to anything. Not even to myself. I want to live as myself. The person standing before you right now. I've never told anyone this before, but I want you to hear what I need to say.
Yeah, of course. But saying you like that, it's kind of weird. The Byakuya I know always says you in a condescending way, right?
What?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I see.
The Byakuya, you know.
For some reason, the expression on Byakuya's face at that moment was different than any I'd seen before. I can finally feel a strong bond between Byakuya and me. All I can do now is wait until Byakuya is ready to tell me everything. And in order for that to happen, we need to get off this island soon. I completely lost track of time as I discussed our future course of action with Byakuya. Strangely enough, we were making jokes with each other too. The game hungers for seconds. And thirds. Sting! That... okay. I feel like that name doesn't make sense for anything regarding Byakuya, but sure.
Isn't there something that's like a sting operation that might fit more for the imposter side from a sneaky side?
I guess. Ah, god damn it, there it is. Why? Why did the games do this? After I parted with Byakuya, I decided to return to my cottage. That might be the weirdest thing about these games, is the fucking underwear. Like, no. Stop it. Don't like it. One person left!
It's Usami.
It is not Usami. In fact, I went the wrong way. I didn't remember
come
where
on.
they were. There they are.
Michiaki.
Let's spend time together. There's some things that we could have given her a lot, but we never did. I imagine she has to have a lot of love.
Hey.
She definitely has a decent amount. Did we ever give her the actual, like,
The video
fun
game stuff? No,
PlayStation?
we didn't. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
We
let me
never
confirm.
gave her any of those.
That's kind of funny. I feel like we've given her some stuff that's, like, close enough. Okay, let's give her... Did we give her tips and tips?
I'm not talking about tips and tips. I'm talking about the fun box and the fun plane.
Which one's
And the
love?
mini-sided dice set. None of these three did we ever give her.
Um,
Or the power gauntlet.
okay, so Fun Box, Fun Plane, and Many-Sided Dice are all likes. The Power Gauntlet is a love.
How is the fun box not a love?
I know, right?
Alright, well, we're gonna give her the power gauntlet. Isn't that a pretty rare item?
Thanks.
This seems a little... I feel like it might raise the flag.
The hearts.
There's somewhere I want to go with you today. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. Anywhere's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time Chiaki has picked a place herself. My heart is starting to race. Chiaki took me to the beach. She's looking around for some reason. Hey, why'd you pick the beach after all this time? Did you want to swim or something? In those types of games, usually you'd put lotion on my back, right? That's not what I expected to happen here. And then you touch me in a weird place and I yell at you. It's a standard tactic. Oh god.
Huh?
Which reminds me, where do you think the legendary tree is growing? What the fuck kind of game are you talking about now? I'm scared.
Well,
I shall give you 3 choices for what we're going to do from now on. Please select from the following 3. Is this a new game of hers or something? I opened the piece of paper he gave me.
Oh my gosh.
Do I really have to choose one of these?
Oh my
What the
gosh.
oh god. Oh god.
I forgot about
censorship.
this.
That's censorship right there. So the question is, pick one of these 3 to do for the rest of your life. What the hell is this? I like the framing of it. Like it's like, hey, I'm giving you a choice out of these 3 things, and they pop up the things for you to choose from. That's funny.
That's
really
pretty funny.
But
Also,
we can
Yeah.
celebrate in the ocean, which I don't want to be in the ocean for the rest of my life. Also, what are we celebrating, and what are we doing in the ocean? I don't know. We can hug Chiaki, which seems pretty simple enough and easy, and probably the correct choice. Or we can happy, joy, which, feels like code.
So which one
I
are you gonna
don't need
pick?
a cheat code either. I'm picking hug Chiaki. Fuck! It's wrong.
It was wrong.
Then I hug Chiaki. Just kidding.
Why?
Oh, you were? I'm glad you were just kidding.
Hey!
If you did something that violent so suddenly, it would have been very bad.
Violent?
All the flags in the story would have been lowered and the affection meter would have drastically decreased. What?
She's comparing it to a dating simulator game.
Yeah, but apparently
And she
hugging
struggles
is
with
violent.
those too. Hugging is not violent.
Well, celebrate in the ocean. No, I don't even know what this means. Then you shouldn't have gone on that boat in the first place.
What boat?
Why? What? Oh God!
Yeah.
Happy, joy. What does this even mean? I don't really know either, but it's probably something like this. Suddenly, Chiaki started running.
What?
Catch me if you can. She continued running across the beach. As I stood there, in shock. But I had no choice, so I chased after her.
Is this how you play hard to get?
She would think that.
Am I doing this right?
After chasing her around for a little bit, we felt really tired and sat down on the beach. Chiaki? What in the world are we doing? I was thinking about overcoming the genre I'm bad at. Bad at? Oh, now I remember. The other day you mentioned that there are games you're not good at. Apparently, my father also wasn't good at things like this. Yeah, he wasn't. Well, this is the most difficult after all. But, I see. So this is what it feels like. Why do you feel convinced by yourself?
Hey.
Just now. That was a date, right? I think those are usually a little different. But I sort of understand what Chiaki meant when she said she's not good at this genre. She probably means dating sims. After spending time with you, I realized something for the first time. There are a lot of things I still don't understand. For example, I know how babies are made, but I don't really know how to fall in love with someone. That sort of thing. Why would you use that as an example?
What happened?
Oh, what happened? Your face is red, Hajime. Nothing happened. It's just hot out. Just as I thought, there's still a bunch of stuff I don't know anything about. I want to know more about lots of things. Because if I do, I'll be able to understand much more. I think.
Well?
So, can you keep teaching me, Hajime? Yeah, of course. But in order to do that, we need to hurry up and get off this island.
Don't ever forget about me. Even after you get out of here.
Oof. Big oof. I don't know why Chiaki would say something like that. But there's no denying the strong bond I feel between Chiaki and myself. I will definitely get out of here and take Chiaki to a lot of different places. Co-op partner and Mr. Congeniality, all report cards are done.
Yes.
And we've got cheat code. And there's that. Okay. God damn it, game.
For the horde!
All presents obtained.
Dang.
After discussing different ideas about where we should go next, I returned to my room. Shut up. Nobody likes you, Robert.
Everyone, at last we've reached the final day of this school trip. Have you properly collected the Hope Fragments? Whether you cry or laugh, time runs out tomorrow. So live your last day here with no regrets.
Well, we know what we have to do next.
Mm-hmm.
All report cards are done, but there is a little bit more to do. Like
Yes.
look and see what those last two skills were.
Right.
Which were from Byakuya, who gave us... When you find monocoins, you'll earn more than usual. Motherfucker.
Which sucks. This is always one that is after the fact.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And also, I don't need it anymore. I literally have no need to get any more monocoins. We're
Right.
good. And then Chika, which was also in the first game. The time limit doesn't decrease, even if you shoot a statement with the silencer.
So that's the white noise one.
Cannot be combined with Infinity Unlimited Flame.
Mm-hmm.
What did that do again? Increases the power of the silencer. Wait, why can't those be combined? That seems weird.
Overpowered silencer?
One's about making it stronger, the other one's about not making you lose time if you fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
Okay.
Nah.
Meh.
Alright. Trip tickets. We got 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we were going to the amusement park now?
Yes, there should be one more scenario at the amusement park. Oh, is it what I think it's gonna be?
What happened? You're suddenly quiet.
Oh! It's this!
Yeah, it is. This voice. Is this Chiaki's inner thoughts?
I was wondering when we were gonna get this. Shot through the heart!
So, just like the first game, actually, I don't know if we ever got to see it officially
we-
the first game, because we saw it, but I don't know if that episode was one that got screwed up or not. But anyways, Chiaki's got some things going on in her mind. What should I do? I'm sleeping, even though Hajime invited me. If I fall asleep, he might feel disappointed. I know, I should think of a fun game. What game should I play with Hajime? I wonder if he likes fighting games. I do, actually. Maybe a co-op game is a safer choice? What should I... Okay, now it's restarted. So I learned more about this when I was doing my grinding for the first game. These are not guaranteed to... It might be guaranteed... No, it's not guaranteed to appear, or at least it wasn't the first game. It can start appearing, I think, around having 5 hearts. But it can appear multiple times. And you just do it multiple times. Yeah, it was weird.
Right.
But there was somebody when I was doing it in the first game where it did not trigger at all. And I never had to do one for one person, which is strange.
I know you're right. It definitely at least triggered for Hina, but I think you're right. It might have been something that got lost because we had to... The final episode, we lost that recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh...
So you want me to tell you what the right combination is to get that? Make sure we get this heart?
Not yet.
Not yet,
First
okay.
of all, what I have to choose either affirmation or negation to agree or disagree with one of her 2 statements, and one solution can be the best points, and there's good points, bad points, and worse points, just like the other responses. And my guess is that I need to say, not that one. I need to put negation on the being disappointed. Is my guess.
Okay. So negation on disappointed?
Yeah,
That is the best answer.
goddamn right it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's wrong!
You don't have to force yourself, Chiaki.
Huh?
It's a great day outside. If you want, do you want to take a nap here?
Were you in my head?
Maybe. That sounds like a great idea. Alright, let's do our very best to take back the peaceful world of dreams from the nightmares. What in the world are you talking about? It looks like she had a really good time.
Hmm.
Hajime. I'm glad.
Okay, yeah, here, same dialogue.
Yeah. So we definitely got the heart. Yeah.
Yep. Carry her back to her
And we
room.
have one last one. Yeah.
One more. This
And
is...
there's still one at. Yep. And there's still one there.
Watch us get the heart of it again.
Well, at least we know what the answer is if we get it a second time.
It's true. Nope, not this time.
Mm-hmm.
Roller
this is a
coaster.
repeat.
Yeah, it was the roller coaster, I'm pretty sure, right?
Let me double check. Yes, let's ride the roller coaster.
Yep,
Oh my god, I literally just tried to click it from my Zoom screen.
right?
Wow.
Let's go.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Kind of disappointed we didn't get the last question, but
Hajime.
oh well.
I'm glad.
It's okay.
I
Well,
really
do you want me
wish
to
there
tell
was
you what it
a little
was?
Sure.
Because it's asking about what to do with him. It's the three options are: where's the mascot? Let's climb that castle, and do you want to hold hands?
It's the hold hands.
It is.
Fucking knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone! Today is the last night of the school trip. You've all worked very hard these past 50 days. That's longer than a season of Survivor.
It's longer than the main game.
I'm very sad to think that we'll be saying goodbye tomorrow. Will we even be able to safely say goodbye to each other?
What do you mean?
What's safely mean?
What does that mean?
Anyway, make sure you prepare for tomorrow and get plenty of rest. Good night. Love, love.
Cleaning tanks and everyone's like sad.
That morning, Usami looked at each of our faces and nodded softly. Just by that, we immediately knew that the time had come. We had finally completed the 50 days, and we were finally going to go home. Well, I guess we should say goodbye to this island now. It's strange. Our time here felt a little too long and a little too short.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like a normal school trip.
No normal school trip is 50. No normal school trip is 50 days. So, I don't think this can really be called normal.
You serious?
This isn't what a normal school trip is supposed to be like?
Damn it!
Damn it! You tricked us! No wonder I thought it was so lame.
No. A normal school trip is even lamer.
I see.
You're right. School trips don't normally abduct students and force them to survive on a tropical island.
Who cares about the details? I mean, it was super fun.
You're right. I had a lot of fun too.
Cue Hyokubi. Yep.
Yeah, I figured she'd be next.
Yep.
Why are you stealing my line? I was just supposed to say that!
Yeah.
There, don't cry. It doesn't matter.
That's right. Stop fighting. Come, look at my loins and be at peace.
Usami, can you hold him here for a bit? Just like
Yes.
somewhere. What? Yes. After all, Teruteru's tenderloins can only be useful in situations like this.
Personally, I'm disappointed. I'm still here and you're all still here. Nobody died.
Sheesh!
You're still acting all depressed? You should just be honest and admit you had fun.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
An ending with no missing parts. However, I guess this is just one ending of many.
It looks like
I did actually go through everyone. Damn.
It looks like everyone had something they wanted to say. But right now, we all feel the same way. Our life here was just really fun. But fun was probably something we really needed right now.
Hey,
Hey, Hajime, just what were the Hope Fragments anyway?
you...
What do you think we really obtained on this island? Underwear.
The Horde.
What did we really obtain here? It's probably...
Oh,
I thought hope was gonna be the answer. A bond.
I think so, yeah.
It's definitely a bond, right? A connection between people. Something like that.
So you say the chain that links yourself is hope. But beyond that chain is something else. A light that can shine on any darkness. Darkness.
The bonds between people contain hope?
I see.
If so, hope is easier and simpler than I thought. Even if your life was full of unforeseeable bad luck, as long as we have this bond, we're all better off. In these past several days, each and every one of us has obtained something. Before we came here, we all felt like we were all alone in this world. Except for, Fuyuhiko, because Pekka. We all felt like we could do anything on our own. But we didn't realize that path only leads to despair. We were brought to this island, and as we look back, we realized that we weren't alone. And as long as we hold someone's hand, despair wanes. If it's not possible with 2 people, do it with 3. If that's not possible, then even more. And now we stand here today without losing a single person. It looks like everyone was able to find their own hope.
I'm glad.
Everyone? Really? That whole line could have been voiced. Come on.
Huh?
What? You sound like you're not part of this. You're included in the everyone, you know.
Honestly.
You spent this time together with us. No matter what happens, that will never change. Ever.
That's right.
I suddenly had an image of just Ibuki going,
Meow, that's right.
Now I'm picturing her going, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. We're definitely gonna throw a reunion party soon. A reunion party for a school trip? Wouldn't it be more like a lunch party?
Wow.
I have never experienced either of those. We should definitely do both of them.
Leave it to me.
Then make sure you guys tell me what you like to eat. I'll make sure to cook it with gusto. And my loins.
as long as it's edible, I'm fine with anything.
Hey!
Oh man, you guys are too hasty. Well, I mean, he's right. The first thing we all need to do is go back. Back to where we belong. That's right, we have to go back. To our daily lives, what was school, studying, exams, fights, walks, train rides, lectures, and more. Together with everyone here. With renewed hope and maybe even a little despair. Everyone is going to start their lives once again. Sort of. Today is the last day we'll get to see this place together like this. Looking back on it, it was a pretty crazy survival experience. But it was fun too. Regardless of everything that happened, nobody died.
Nobody at all.
The school trip's over, huh? Everyone's gonna go back where they belong. Huh. Well, so are you, right?
Huh?
You're right.
Hey.
Hey, Hajime, are you glad you came to this island? Yeah, I think so. I worked together with everyone to do a lot of things, and so in that sense, I feel like I grew a little. I will never forget the time we spent together on this island.
I'm glad.
I see. I'm glad.
Well,
I think I grew a lot too. You taught me lots of things. But my weak point is still weak as usual. Chiaki's weak point is some kind of game, right? Oh my god, how many times have we been over this? It was dating sims!
Trigger happy detective games.
I've been playing so many detective games recently, it feels like.
Right.
I've been playing Famicom Detective Club, Phoenix
Oh my
Wright, this
Damn.
series. God, there's so many.
But we know the right answer.
It was dating sims, right? You're not good at those. I'm more interested in them now than I was before, so I started studying some things.
hey.
Hey, Hajime, how do you feel about me?
Uh-oh.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Huh.
Hold it.
Never mind. Don't say anything. Okay.
Nope.
Now that I think about it, I wouldn't know how to respond to anything you might say.
Just as I thought.
This is hard. I'm a little relieved and a little disappointed. She sure is complicated.
So,
I'll make sure I've studied more for next time. So, will you still teach me about lots of different things? Well, yeah, of course. Whatever you want to know, I'll teach you. But it's not like I know a lot of different things in the first place. That's fine. I still want to learn from you.
Well,
I mean, well, if you don't mind. Sure. I'll make sure I've studied a lot for next time.
yep,
Yeah, it's a promise, okay? I'll be waiting.
right?
I'll be waiting, okay? I firmly held her hand. I was scared because I felt like if I let go of her hand, she would disappear. But still, no matter what happens, I'll make sure I keep my promise to Chiaki. I don't know if this is hope, but because I had this feeling, I feel like I can move forward. With this, our life at this tropical island has come to an end.
Yep.
And that's island mode.
That is island mode.
That is island mode. So, let's go somewhere quiet. It's so quiet here on this page. All right, so, there's really only one more thing to show from this game, and that's going to be the Danganronpa If novel. But that's not today. We're going to be doing that, there's probably going to, I don't know if it's going to be the next episode, or if there's going to be, like, episode of another series before we get it done. But it's going to be coming up. Most likely. Probably. Safe bet.
Absolutely.
But as far as the real content of this game is concerned, because really that's content for the first game, in all honesty, we're done here. We are done playing Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. But we're not done talking about it.
Yep.
Much like the end of the first game, Curb has some questions for me.
Why, yes,
that
I
we can
do.
finally go through since we've done all the content of this game. So, Curb, why don't you hit me with our first question? This is going to replace our normal retrospective talk at the end of the game, since we kind of already did that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So, I got a list of questions. I'm just going to go down the list for it. First one, this is something similar we did at the very end of the last game. Like the previous one, DR1.
Yep.
So what's going to happen is, and I know that Xantok's already got this ready, we've got our characters in this game.
We do.
And I was going to ask for him to please go through them, like his ranking of them. And I'm assuming he's going to go from worst to best.
That is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Before I do, before we start recording, you guessed who you thought my top 5 would be.
Yes, I
I'd
did.
like you to reveal who you, not in any particular order, I want you to guess who you think my top 5 is, as well as who you think my bottom 5 is.
Oh my god, I didn't have the bottom 5 ready.
Well, you gotta get your bottoms before you can get your tops.
Oh dear. Okay. So your top 5, because I was thinking you were doing it from a character standpoint in general, because you may not have liked them. But you may have
I will also mention that I am not taking the anime into account here. I'm only looking at the game. At the end of Danganronpa 3, I'm planning to do something that encompasses all the media that I've been able to look through. But for right now, we're just focused on this game.
Right. So, in no particular order, shoot. Oh, I want a pen, because I want to be able to write these down now.
Okay.
Dang it. Give me... Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so, in terms of your best, those were the ones you liked the most. Those were the ones that I was, like, more confident. Like, those were the ones I prepared for. So,
Sure.
So, for the best ones for characters, I thought yours were going to be Chiaki, Nagito, Gundam, Ibuki, and then it was a toss-up. I couldn't decide between Fuyuhiko and Sonia.
Well,
Now,
you
for
have to
worst,
decide. You have to decide.
Okay, fine. I think I'm going to go with Fuyuhiko then.
Okay.
Okay, and then for the worst, I feel like this might be a little bit easier, but we'll find out. Worst, I think you're going to go with definitely Teru, Kazuichi, Hiyoko, Mikan, and Nekomaru.
All right. So,
Yep.
the grand reveal begins, starting at the bottom with number 16. Because, like in the first game, Hajime is included in this.
Well, that's true,
Monokuma
yeah.
is not in the ranking, though. Monokuma is not included. It's just going to be the 16 people, the students. Number 16 is Hiyoko.
Yep.
She is my least favorite. I didn't think it was going to be her at first. But as I was going through my process, it became very clear that, yeah, she is my least favorite. Because while there are other characters that I don't like that much, each of them, there is something about them that I can point out and go like, okay, but there is this one thing about them, or there's this one redeemable trait, or there's a sympathy related there. With Hiyoko, there's nothing. There's nothing positive for me to look at Hiyoko and think of. She's just a nasty, spoiled brat. She's a terrible person. She kills ants for the fun of it. She terrorizes Mikan just to make herself feel better. Hiyoko sucks as a character. Fuck Hiyoko. I'm very glad that they didn't end up bringing her to the end, and they changed their mind and had her die in chapter 3 and brought Fuyuhiko to the end. Thank fucking God. I'm sure if they had made her survive past it, then they would have given her a better redemption arc. But fuck, she is just a disaster. Can't stand her. Number 15. Kazuichi. Originally, I thought he was going to be the bottom choice, but then, again, Hiyoko, and I was like, okay, well, I do not like Kazuichi. There are some things about him. Like, he wasn't completely useless to the story. He had his moments, and I can kind of see how he got the way he was. Does he need to fucking chill in regards to Sonya and his whole woe is me? Dear God, yes. But at least he's not, an animal torturer. Number 14. Teru. Just a little fucking weirdo. The reason, there is one reason though why he is at number 14 and not number 15. His whole thing with his mom. The thing where we saw at the end of his first trial, where he just like, please tell me that my mom in the diner is okay. Like, that was like, okay, you know what? I don't hate you nearly as much anymore. Like, they gave him something that makes him slightly redeemable as a character. Not a whole lot, but it's something. Number 13 is Mikan. Mikan, her personality is just not one that I can deal with. Well, I'm just like, dear God, girl. Shit. I mean, obviously, she's... From outside forces, it's not really her fault, but outside forces really fucked up her perspective on the world and her worth as a person. But I find it really hard to just enjoy that character. Again, like, the reason why she's above Teru and Kazuichi is because there is that stuff about her that is redeeming, that knowing that this isn't her fault, that she's just gotten screwed over by people and by life. And why are Kyoko and Makoto in the fucking sound gallery? It's been throwing me off.
Because they are
nuts. Like, what? But otherwise, Mikan is not my kind of character at all. And there's Byakuya there in the background. I was wondering if he was going to show up.
both of them.
Well, yeah. Number 12 is not Nekomaru.
Okay, so I was 4 out of 5. I wonder who your 12 is then.
Number 12 is Akane.
Okay, I can see it, honestly.
She's just useless. Like, I'm sorry, but you bring a character that deep into the game to the very end, and they had nothing to show for it in the game. You know what Akane's biggest contribution to the entire game was? Getting Nekomaru killed. That's
it kind of is.
She had no worth, no bearings on the story, and personality-wise as a character, she was just kind of boring. She's like, oh, I'm the one that wants to eat me, and I get angry. Also, I'm the ultimate gymnast, but I'm never going to do anything with it, except try and fight Nekomaru.
And Monokuma.
Yeah. It's like, she was just kind of boring. I didn't like her. Like, I didn't hate her. Like, the 14, 15, 16 are the characters that I just flat out do not like. Mm-hmm. Mikan is on that border. Akane is just like, I don't like you, but I don't hate you.
Right.
Number 11, continuing in that same little area, Mahiru.
Mm-hmm.
Mahiru, I don't really know where to begin with her. There's just, I don't think that there was much there. She got nothing in the story because she was killed so early, and even in her free time, just like, I really don't feel like I would have a reason to want to keep talking to you.
Oof.
I just didn't care for her that much. I get her whole thing with the photos. And, you know, clearly she's an one that's had a fucked up family life, which it seems like it's the case for most of this cast. But there just wasn't much there for Mahiru. Not necessarily meaning I don't like her that much, but she's falling into the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is there that's really about Mahiru other than you're a bit brash, you're a bit rude, but you like taking photos? Oh, also, Hiyoko did not deserve Mahiru's friendship. I'll just flat out say that. Hiyoko did not deserve... Even though I don't think Mahiru was much of a character, Hiyoko still did not deserve her as a friend. Fuck Hiyoko.
I agree with that.
Number 10. Nekamaru.
Okay.
It made it quite a bit further than what you were predicting. And it's fair to predict him to be pretty low. Because he is not somebody that I'm like super hyped about either. He is more in that neutral category. He was very annoying in some respects, especially with the shit comments and being all super sport strongman. Good lord. But he was somebody that he was trying to help people. And I appreciate that. Like he was trying to keep everybody together and protect them all when he could. He didn't want people to die. He was trying to keep things going. It's like, okay, I like that. He was really trying, much like how we said early on Mahiru was a team mom, he was trying to be the team dad.
Right.
So it's like, okay, in that respect, I kind of liked him, but it's not really enough. He also didn't do a whole lot story-wise besides get turned into a robot and then immediately die. So he didn't have much bearance in that respect. Number 9 is the one that I find super hard to judge.
Okay.
Because it's the ultimate imposter.
Yep.
Fake Byakuya. In some respects, I kind of like what they did with him. I think it's an interesting idea, but at the same time, I feel like it was stupid. Not him, but I feel like the idea of having this ultimate imposter being Byakuya was really dumb, and it was the worst twist in the game. Now, I don't think having Byakuya in would have been better. But having an imposter is a cool thought. But having it just be like Byakuya, but oh, he's actually at the imposter. I think that twist is stupid. I really think it was. What did it add to the story? Nothing. The only thing it did was make it harder to theorize about what the fuck's going on. That's probably the sole point of them being in the game. Just to fuck with the players.
Massive red herring.
Yeah. Which, in a large respect, I don't like that. Don't do something just to purposely say, fuck the player. Don't do that. And now, I know that I'm bitching more about the mechanic of them existing. As the character, there's really nothing to judge. They're Byakuya, but nicer. They're Byakuya, but they want everybody else to live. And that's really where we land at. But they didn't make it far. And we don't know anything about them as them. So I can't put them any higher than where they're at.
Okay.
This is the turning point in the list. Because everyone below Ultimate Imposter is someone that on some level I don't like them. I like some more than others. Again, like Nekamaru and Mahiru. But everyone above this point, I can positively say that I like these characters. And the Ultimate Imposter is like true neutral here. Because who the fuck are you? Which is interesting because in the last game, Makoto was the true neutral.
Very good point.
Which makes you wonder, where's Hajime?
I know, right?
Number 8, Peko. I wanted to rank Peko higher than 8. But when I was really thinking about it, because I like what we were presented with, however, she didn't last very long, so we didn't get to see a whole lot out of her. And unfortunately, while I like her, her personality is just, I am Tool. Which is really sad. I feel bad for her because of that. She got fucked up majorly mentally.
She needs therapy.
She does. So many of these people need therapy. But before we had the whole I am Tool turnaround, I did like what we saw with her. She wasn't a bombastic standout personality, but not everybody has to be or should be. And I liked how she was more quiet in the background, but she would still speak up and make her mind known on things. I liked her. She was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Nagito.
Oh,
He did not make top 5.
damn.
I have been... Oh boy, Nagito. What a fucking Fruit Loop.
Yep. Baked
Oh,
potato.
He is a fucking nutbag. And there's a lot of things about him that I don't like. However, as much as I didn't like a lot of what he did in the story, or how he acted, or just his general presence, I think he was a good character. And he did a lot to serve the story. Would the story have been... Would things have been better without him there? I mean, then it would be less crazy. But I don't know. I just feel... I think... Well, there's a lot not to like about him. He brought a lot to the game. He wasn't useless like certain other people. He was weird. But he kept things moving. And he kept things happening. He wasn't just a boring old lump that begged to be killed every chapter. Oh god, Junko's here too. I just noticed that. Fuck.
Oh no.
He's a weird one for me. He's a weird one. In multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6. Hajime. Just misses the top 5. Not necessarily because I thought he should have been in the top 5, but compared to Makoto, who was okay, Hajime is a much better protagonist. So much better. I do like Makoto, but Hajime is not a potato.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just put it that way. He had his moments of dumb, sure. But he was a lot more interesting to see his viewpoint on things than Makoto, who was too naive.
Right, I totally get what you're saying there.
Yeah, plus he had the whole little mystery behind him. I do think his twist with Izuru was fucking dumb. That was dumb. Game would have been better without that. They could have come up with a better explanation, because egads.
Mm-hmm.
That was awful. Top 5, now we're here.
We are.
Yeah. It's funny, because you were trying to decide between Fuyuhiko and Sonya, and it's like, they're both there, dumb. Number 5, though, is neither of them.
Oh.
They both make it past number 5. Number 5 is Gundam Tanaka!
Overlord of Ice!
So, I wanted to put Gundam higher than this.
Again.
I did. But the reason why I didn't put Gundam higher than number 5 is because, in all honesty, while I love the theatrics of him, and he was so fun, he again had nothing on the story. Nothing. He had his ring in the first chapter, proving that you can't go under the floorboards from outside, but you can from inside. But other than that, and then him eventually killing Nekomaru, he had no presence on the game's story.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I find him fun, based on that, I can't put him higher than 5.
Okay. I remember finding that funny because you were like so convinced, like, you weren't even here. How are you the killer?
Sir, not appearing in this chapter. Yeah, that's what I called
That's
him.
what it was.
Number 4 has a similar story. It's Ibuki.
Okay.
Now let me be clear. I fucking loved Ibuki as a character. Fucking loved her. She was like, even more than Gundam, she was a very fun character. And even if her amount of energy would drive me insane if I was actually in Hajime's place, it's kind of like that energy that you can't help but being caught up in. And it's like you don't know why you're here at this place with her, but you're here and it's happening. Somehow you got swept up and you're just there. That's the kind of character she felt like. And again, unfortunately, she's now going up higher than 4 because, much like Gundam, she had very little presence in the story. She had like little moments in the first couple chapters where she had her little story bits. But beyond that, it was chapter 3 where she suddenly became a breakout character, which made her an easy guess for death, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And then she was immediately killed off. It's like, ugh, that sucked. But as long as we had her, Love the character. Number 3. The same place as your favorite from the first game.
Really?
Sonya.
Damn.
Because actually, no, that's not true. I think Hina got number 4.
Hina got 4
first.
because
That's
you had
right.
Celeste, Byakuya, and Kyoko above her, I think.
Right. And if I was doing a new ranking, she might go to number 3. I'm not entirely sure.
Is that based on the anime?
Largely.
Okay.
Also, just me thinking more about things since then. But we'll save that for another time.
Yeah, sure.
Sonya's number 3. And for the first half of the game, she would not have been. She would have been probably
Miss-
around the Nagito spot because
Miss
she
not
just,
appearing in this chapter.
or game. She wasn't. She wasn't there in the beginning for the first half of the game. Her only moment was sparkling justice, or
And
whatever.
her funny little wetsuit moment.
Yes.
Get fucked,
But,
Kazuichi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until the Funhouse where she finally was becoming a character. And it's like, oh, thank fucking Christ. And even then, it was really more the trial for the Funhouse, where she was really coming into her own. And she did a lot in that time span. She went from being not at all present to being a leading force in the story. It's like fucking great. It also helps that she could not stand Kazuichi.
Mm-hmm.
Gets points for it. But I liked Sonya once we finally got to start getting to know her. Number 2. You weren't sure if they would be in the top 5. But it's Fuyuhiko.
Actually, really quick, can I make a little note really quick about Sonya before we move on?
Sure.
Because there's the whole agree thing in the feature being able to, and it's addressed in here. I don't remember if I mentioned it during any of the later trials, but Sonya is actually the person you agree with the most at trials.
Interesting.
She gets that stat, which is kind of funny because you'd think it'd be Chiaki, but it's Sonya.
Curious. Who do you have a sword event with the most? Probably just Nagito? Or do you not have that stat?
I don't have the stat right off the bat. It's because because if you think about it, there's certain people like Akane who you're always going to contradict whatever she says that comes out of her mouth.
Well, I meant swords.
Oh, swords. Oh, give me a second. I remembered this. It's actually, there's only 2 people that use swords with twice, and that's it. Because everyone...
Nagito's one of them.
What?
Nagito's definitely one of them.
Actually, Nagito's only one of them. He only does it with you in the first chapter.
Really?
Yeah, because the first chapter is Mahiru as the tutorial, Nekomaru, and Nagito. Second one is only Fuyuhiko and Peko. Third one is Akane and Gundam. Fourth one is Kazuichi. Oh, I lied. There's 3 people who you do it twice with. Because you do it with Gundam, because you do it with the 3rd and 4th trial. You have 2 with him. You do it with Kazuichi, you do it the 4th trial and the 5th trial with him. And you do it with Sonya in the 4th trial and the 5th trial. So those are the 3 that you have to... All those 3 you only have 2 rebuttals with. And I think that was the big one. I think that's definitely an interesting one because Sonya's was the wildest one that was completely different. Because hers is the only one that takes place after you've already done the final argument and the PTA. Like, after you've already known everything.
Because she's trying to protect Gundam.
No, Chiaki.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember, it's the part that she even cut out. It wasn't even the normal sword music. It was sad and depressing because she's saying, like, she's not the traitor.
Interesting.
It's kind of an interesting kind of thing about it. Like, huh. But yes, now I already took up enough Sonya time because of me and my Sonya fandom. So Fuyuhiko is number 2.
So Fuyuhiko is number 2. Fuyuhiko is me. Let's just put that right out there.
Yeah.
God, love the guy. The fuck. Oh, his whole attitude was just like, yeah, I am with this. I love he was so fun. I'm glad I voiced him. There were a couple people that you got to. There were 2 that you voiced that I kind of wish I got to. Those being Ibuki and Gundam, because I think I could have done them. But I think you would have fought me for Gundam. I think.
Yeah, I think I did fight you for Gundam too.
You kind of did.
Because like one of the ones that was up in the air, the 2 that were up in the air when we were doing our list were Kazuichi and Nekomaru. Because you're like, well, maybe I can do Gundam. I'm like, no. I was like, I'm sorry. I think that was the one I was the most adamant about.
But before you go, like, well, I don't think Yakuza is a fucking talent game. Christ. It's not as bad as Affluent Progeny or Moral Compass. Jesus Christ. But in the beginning, he wasn't much. You know, I enjoyed him because he was the fuck you, fuck this, I'm out, bitches. Loved that. That was funny. But it was chapter 3 again, where he just started coming into his own because, well, he had no choice. Peko, his best friend, childhood friend, protector, dead. And now he's just like, well, shit. I can't be a loner fuckhead anymore. Well, guess I better grow the fuck up. And even in doing that, he still did not give a fuck about a lot of things or a lot of people. He was still taking his own attitude. But he was very enjoyable. Much more enjoyable than Kazuichi. Number 1, no surprise to anybody. She's been there was a point in the story where Chiaki was not my number 1. There was a short time frame. That was between chapter 2 and chapter 3. And then Ibuki died.
Oh, Ibuki was raising up a bit almost.
Ibuki was number 1 for that time until from the start, pretty much from the start of chapter 3 to the end of chapter 3. Ibuki was number 1.
Okay. And
then with her death and her being out of the story for so long, she slipped.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But Chiaki, the ultimate gamer, is number 1. And funnily enough, the thing that was actually causing me, one of the big factors that was having me lower her during that time frame was because she had the whole sleepy vibe and keeping her mouth hanging open so much. I was like, please close your mouth. I don't like that. It makes you look dumber. Please. And then, we find out towards the end that, oh, she's sleepy time because she's AI. And that's why she talks a little bit different, not like everybody else. Because she's not a person. She's trying to emulate a person. It's like, this makes a lot of sense. And while it is still weird having her be as an AI character, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, she was still a great character.
Before you move on, I think there was a fun little note I wanted to make in there because it's a defining thing in the game for Chiaki, where she takes a bit to be able to reply back and say things, and she's sometimes kind of sleepy, so it's kind of that kind of thing.
And not being sure of herself.
Right, and then if you it was something that someone was when they were watching the end of Hope's Peak anime was thinking about, like, that's interesting. Chiaki's not. That Chiaki doesn't seem to be as sleepy and isn't really pausing as much. It's because in the anime she's a real person and doesn't have to.
Yup. And that's also part of why I'm not taking the anime into account here, because it's a different Chiaki. But that's also part of what the anime helped me like this Chiaki more, because she's like this because she's not the real Chiaki. She is an approximation of everybody else's views of her. She is the memories of 15 other people's versions of Chiaki combined to create what we got. I like that.
That's wild.
Yeah. So there's my character ranking for this game.
Very nice. Yes.
What do you got for me next?
Yeah, and I have a follow-up one, but that's going to tie in more to our final question, I would say.
Okay.
So the next one I would like to say is, because the big part of these games is always the trials. Is there one trial that you think is like the defining one and was your favorite in this game?
It's a hard question. I don't remember if this was a question the first game or not, but I was trying to think about this earlier today. And I'm going to start with talking about the first game. The trials for that one, the first one with Sayaka, I felt was a very strong trial. Especially with the moment when you had the realization that she was betraying you. She was being your best friend, but she was planning to betray you. Which was heart-stopping. Second trial was only really interesting because of the Genocide Jack reveal, in my opinion. And I don't mean because of Byakuya's fucking around the case, I mean because of the Genocide Jack character. Genocide Jack, the character, is what made the second trial interesting. Otherwise, I didn't care for it.
What about the Chihiro reveal?
I didn't really care about Chihiro a whole lot.
Fair enough.
I mean, Chihiro was fine, But maybe if they lasted longer in the game, I would like them more.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they were just kind of like, eh.
Fair enough.
Which I know apparently they're popular. I'm just like, sorry guys, but not for me.
Okay.
The third trial, I think was the most fun in the first game because you had the whole robot justice fucking nonsense, and then Hifumi being revived by the tears of life.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, kind of ridiculous, but funny. The fourth trial, I called that one pretty quickly. It's like, oh, it's a locked room mystery. How could it have happened? Or she committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the fourth trial, the only real thing of note was Hina being very upset. Fair enough. Fifth trial in the first game, I fucking hated.
Right.
Hate that trial because that trial was bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finals don't count for me because that's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
As far as this game is concerned, the first trial, I think the story of the trial, I like the story of it. But I also got very frustrated during the trial. And I think a lot of that is because of the difficulty. And not just the difficulty, but new mechanics that I was not used to. And the tutorial could have been better for. 3 rounds of fucking swords. Oh my fucking god.
Yep.
I got used to the swords eventually, but that first trial was rough for me. Ha. Ooh. Second trial was kind of eh. Kind of eh, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The whole video game thing was weird. I'm not saying that it wasn't interesting, but it was kind of weird. And then the whole Peko Fuyuhiko, well, who did it thing was just like, really? No, it's whoever did the deed. The one who killed. Not the one that told it to happen, because Peko could have said no. Come on. Third trial, well, for some reasons, I definitely didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also super predictable as fuck. Like, I knew going into that chapter, Ibuki was dead. And as soon as it happened, I was like, well, Mikan did it. So it was super predictable and boring from that respect. But I did like Mikan's bit with the fake video. That was good. That was good. The fourth trial was the Funhouse, which was a major eyesore just because it's the Funhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So already on that, it's got negative points. But that was also super obvious that Nekomaru was dying. They fooled me on the killer. So that was, good, I guess. Except Gundam kind of came out of nowhere on it. And then his whole thing afterwards was strange. But I didn't really care for that one a whole lot either. And then the fifth one. Nagito and his whole bullshit. It's like, oh, my ultimate luck will cause this chain domino effects to make everything happen perfectly, where there's no real world scenario where they ever would have gone down exactly that way. That plan would have failed so hardcore without ultimate luck. So I hated that one.
Oh, damn.
So, favorite trial in this game, if I'm ignoring the frustration with the mechanics, it probably is the first one. Because the whole party thing, the twist of Nagito, Byakuya, and who was going to die, and what the plan was supposed to be, and Teru only wanted to kill Nagito because Nagito was trying to kill somebody else. Like, that was interesting. I liked that. Just the mechanics really, really frustrated me.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It probably would have been better if I didn't tell you to try to move up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, okay, so first trial, gotcha. So the next question I have for you is because this game's always trying to like pull it out from underneath you or something like that. So is there like a twist of the game, something that was like the twist that you liked the most about the game, which is interesting. Yeah.
There was definitely a twist early. There were some twists I didn't like. I did not like the Izuru Kamakura twist. I thought that was dumb. And as I mentioned, the Ultimate Imposter, well, it's not that I hated that twist. I just think it was pointless. Like, what point did that truly serve the game or story as a whole? None. Truthfully, none. I liked the idea, but it was poorly done. I would not have had them be Byakuya. What I would have done with that twist, I know I'm on a different question, but I would have done it where the Ultimate Imposter actually kill or they like let's say the story was different. Byakuya kills Nagito, but Imposter he's able to make Nagito, and obviously this wouldn't be Fat Byakuya, it'd be a different character. He's able to disguise each of them as Nagito is him and he is Nagito. And then the trial, they're going, wait, but hold on, who the fuck did it? And then you find out, Imposter. Motherfucker, you swapped. That would have been interesting. But favorite twist is easily the Remnants of Despair. The fact that the main cast are actually all bad guys, that was great. Loved that. That was super fun. I figured it out shortly before its reveal, but I think that was something that was a really cool idea. Because you had this whole thing, it was like, well, we found 10 students, or 15 students, whatever it was, and I was like, oh, but we also gotta look out for these Remnants of Despair, and I was like, but wait, what if... Oh, shit! That was awesome. I don't remember if it was asked in the first game or not. Favorite twist in the first game? What were the twists in the first game?
I mean, like, some of those are definitely strange ones. It's very much like, okay, plot device. There's also...
And Imposter is really the equivalent of plot device in this game.
That feels about right. I mean, there's other kind of twists, because I know you enjoyed the Sayaka one. Like, that's like a mini twist in just the trial, but I guess that kind of counts as one. Do you think the amnesia... Like, that's the thing. You kept going for clones and it ended up being amnesia. I remember that.
That's right. That was I do think that was a good twist. That was a good twist in the first game. Was you've already been here for a year. And while I had a lot of crazy theories, that was not one of them. I did not theorize that. And getting that reveal was like, oh, shit.
What about, for the first game, the whole, this is actually being broadcast to everyone?
I mean, I had a joke theory at one point that it was all a reality show.
Right.
So, that was kind of in line with what I was already thinking.
So there's that twist. Okay, so the favorite one's the Remnant of Despair one.
Oh, easily.
Absolutely. So there was another twist that I was thinking of, but I'm like, okay, wait a second. This is much more appropriate for our next question, which named after the Sayaka moment.
I'm psychic.
Like I said, I'm psychic. So there was definitely some funny ones in the first game too. So what was the like, oh, I called it moment of this game for you? Like your favorite one?
This is kind of like, well, those award shows where you'd have like, best actor, favorite this, favorite that. And there's the ones that are just like funny names. So this is the I'm Psychic award. Love this. There's 2 nominees for me. And I'll say the loser first, because obviously.
Okay.
Mekamaru. It's a second place. Because here's why it's only second. Because it was just a throwaway. I was just like, he'll come back as a robot or something. He'll be a cyborg. And the way you responded to it, it's like, I could tell it's like you hated the joke. I didn't think it was because you were like, oh my god, how? I thought it was because like you just hated me being stupid. And because I got that reaction on me, he was like, well, I'm just going to keep it up. That's why I kept mentioning it, because I knew you were bothered by it. And then when it was finally revealed, I was like, holy shit. Oh my god, what? Great.
I think I was like, are you sure you haven't played this? Or something. when it happened.
I hadn't. If I had, I would have figured some other things out more easily.
It's a very good point, yeah.
But the #1 winner for I'm Psychic award goes to the amusement park. Oh? Here I was making a dumb joke about how, the next one's gonna have an amusement park or something. And then the whole fucking island was an amusement park. I was like, what the fuck? I was throwing a stupid joke. Like, the robot thing was more likely, in my opinion. And then I'm just like, I didn't think it would be the whole island. I thought it was going to be like one part of it, like, would be an amusement park. Like how the first island has one part that's an airport and one part that's a ranch. I thought it'd just be like, oh yeah, here's an amusement park, and in the background you'd see like a roller coaster, you'd see a Ferris wheel, and like a couple little tents. I didn't think it'd be the whole goddamn island.
That's a good
just
point.
Getting that reveal is like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? Why do I know these things?
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna be real. That both of those were not what I thought you were going to say.
Well, then maybe I forgot a different choice. What do you think I was go with?
Well, you were very well because you, being the person you are, has always been about a lot of theories, and
That's
they were
true. It's
wilder
fine.
in the first game.
They were.
But from the very beginning of this game,
That's true. That's true.
you were like, "It's all a simulation."
They gave me fucking digital green lines around the door. They made it very obvious if you're paying attention.
Exactly.
Also, so many things in the game get explained when you realize it was all a simulation. Like him being able to puppeteer Peko in the second punishment. Or Mikon in Gundam's punishments. Teru's punishment as well, actually.
or the part where
Mekamaru.
Usami make, yeah, or when Usami makes the classroom walls fall down, and now you're in an island.
Well, I mean, that could have been easily explained by like it was just a build. You can construct a little room where if you pull a lever or whatever, the walls fall down.
That is a good
You
point.
that part didn't really. Now where it went, that's a question.
Mm-hmm. That's a
But,
good point.
yeah, I mean that's a good choice. And that one had great payoff.
I think it really did. Yeah.
But the ridiculousness of the amusement park and of Mekamaru is why those were at the top.
Mm-hmm. So I think I do have one more question for you, because the last couple I have all kind of blend together.
Sure.
Is the opinions of it, but because as a sequel. So, do you think that do you like this batch of characters more than the first game? Do you like the plot and storyline of this one more? And overall, is this a good sequel, that it was a good improvement on the first game and a better game, or did it not fulfill expectations?
So, okay. Let's start with, is it a good sequel? And there are two ways that you can really judge if a game is a good sequel or not. It depends on what kind of game it is. Like, is Super Mario Bros. 3 a good sequel to Super Mario Bros.? Yes. It's an amazing sequel because they improve on the gameplay mechanics. Now, there is no story to compare to, and truthfully, there is no characters to compare to because there is no story or dialogue. They're just designs.
That's a good point.
But then you can also say, okay, but the really for a game like this, it's not the gameplay that's important to me. I mean, yes, there's you need good gameplay because otherwise, if it annoys me, why would I play it? But it's the story and the characters that are what's important. And I'm not necessarily looking at this as, is the story good, which it is. I'm looking at it more as, is the story itself a good sequel to the original story? Because that is how you can truly know if a game is a good sequel or not, when they're heavily story-driven games. It's not just, is the story good, is the story good to fit in with the original story? And there were parts of this game where I heavily wavered on this question. Heavily. The first few chapters just like, this is just a retread. But again, it was chapter 6 where everything started coming together. It was like, oh, this is all making sense now. Why this whole game is how it is. Why the story is presented the way it was presented. And in that respect, I do have to say that this game was a good sequel. Are there some things about it that I think were weaker? Yes. Again, the whole Izuru twist was shit. But then again, the whole Mukuro thing was shit. I didn't mind the whole Junko fake out, but the Mukuro thing was shit. She's better in the anime, but again, we're not discussing anime here today. That'll be a later topic.
Correct.
In regards to, because something else, this is part of why I don't think the Ultimate Imposter was a good thing for the story. I think he hurt things, honestly. I don't think it was necessarily enough that it's a huge blow against the game, but I do think it is a negative worth mentioning. But, because something I was trying to figure out early on in the game was like, how does this fit in? Because the first game ends with Junko's death. The ultimate despair is gone. There's a post-credit cutscene where Monokuma is moving, which I still don't understand. Like, what the fuck? That I still don't have an answer for, and maybe we can find one later, because I don't fucking know. But I was trying to think, when this game started, I was like, well, how does this fit in? Because we're on an island now. There's Usami, who was teased in the school mode from the first game. Byakuya is somehow here. They think they're all students of Hope's Peak. Now Monokuma's here. What the fuck is going on? And I think it was explained pretty well. And I think that when we finally learned how it all fits in, I was like, you know what? I buy into this. This is fine now. The fact that it was like, this is another class that we're all screwed over by Junko. And a lot of this is background we learned from the anime. And that this was a whole scheme. And Makoto was trying to bring them back from despair. I was like, I really like this. This is good. I like how they did all that. And I think that worked. Character comparison between the first games. Obviously, as a whole, the roster in this game is better. Partly because they did a better job just fleshing the characters out. There's a few early on... Really, Mahiru and Pekka are the only two that the game did a huge disservice to as far as trying to show us who they were as characters. I guess also the imposter, but at the time, you just think he's Byakuya, so that kind of doesn't really fit there. But at least, with Teruteru, we know what he's about. Akane is weird. But Peko, all we know about her is that she's subservient to Fuyuhiko. And Mahiru, you really don't have a handle on her at all, other than she wants to be team mom, and she takes pictures. The first game, though, a lot more characters were done a disservice, I think. Leon, I've mentioned before, was horribly done. I honestly think Chihiro was underdone as well. I know a lot of people like Chihiro, but I think they did a bad job with Chihiro. I think that could have been way fucking better. Mondo did a bad job with him. And then there were some characters that I just didn't like Hifumi and Yasuhiro. But overall, I think this cast was just, they did a better job writing them and giving them characters and making you feel for them more. Like, I said it before, but the first game, when people died, the only reaction I had was either, yay, they're dead, who cares, or, wow, Sayaka dead already? Huh, didn't see that coming. I've never had a reaction to the first game was like, no, not them. This time, this game, Ibuki. Not Ibuki. And then Chiaki, not Chiaki. And then, there was also the Gundam one. Like, I didn't want it to be Gundam, but it was the more surprise of, really? It was Gundam?
You're in this chapter?
Yeah. Like, I think it would have felt more for Gundam if he had more agency in the story. Because he didn't. And that was definitely a disservice. Fun character personality, but they did a bad job with the story.
Right.
But overall, I would say the characters are better in Danganronpa 2. However, individually, the best character is still from the first game.
Kyoko?
Kyoko. Kyoko kicks everyone else's ass so easily. If I did a what's it called? A
combination top 5 or something?
No, a tier list.
A tier list.
If I did a tier list between the games, Kyoko is in the top slot.
She's S tier.
She is S tier. There might be other S tiers. No spoilers.
But she's like
she
automatic,
guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely. She's in the number 1 slot.
Okay.
Because it's not just the tier; it's the order of the tier that matters.
Right.
For most things.
Mm-hmm.
But and then story wise, well, I guess trial wise, I think I prefer the trials in the first game more, because I think I was less annoyed by bullshit. with exception to the 5th trial, which is the most bullshit trial in the series so far. Fuck that trial so goddamn hard. I hate it. And then between the stories, I do think both stories are good, but if the way I'm going to compare the stories here is as a contained story, which story is better? And that's obviously the first game. The first game story is more contained within itself. You don't have to understand anything else to play it. This one, well, I'm not necessarily you have to judge it as like just play this game, nothing else. I am looking at it as if you things aren't explained in this game. Like, you have to go to other sources to get explanations. Like some of this, I can't. But there's some stuff in the anime that's like, oh, this answers why this is like this in the game. But with the first game, everything you need to know is there. You don't have to read or another story or watch another anime to answer a question. of importance. Now, yes, they don't explain the ultimate tragedy and what happened with that, but you also don't need to know it for what's going on in the game. It's not something that says matters. You just know that it happened. Well, this game, there's definitely more questions that were left unanswered because they're just like, to find out more, go watch the anime. Which I don't like when you do that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And overall, if I had to pick which game I think is better, I think that last one heavily weights it. And I would say the first game. I don't think this one is bad. I think it's very close. But I would put the first game above the second game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which
I
I'm
could
pretty
definitely see
Which
that.
is the
Okay.
minority opinion, from what I understand.
Right. A lot of people think that this one improved on a lot of the stuff.
And
But
it
yeah.
did. It did improve on a lot of stuff. But just because it improved on some things doesn't mean it couldn't have been worse on others.
Right.
The story is more self-contained in the first game, and that's an extremely important thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That absolutely makes sense. And there we go.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. You will
Any
see.
final thoughts?
Not strictly at this time, but again, we will be going over Danganronpa if at some point. It will probably be the next episode. There's a very strong chance of that. But as far as what comes after, well, I'll give you a couple hints. Too much water and trumpets. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, despair.